If you just purchased a new optic and you need to sight in your firearm, then take a look at this laser rangefinder. In today's environment, it might actually save you quite a few bucks. So this is totally a different type of laser rangefinder that you typically think of. So when it comes to laser rangefinders, there are going to be generally two types. Number ones are caliber specific that you put inside the chamber, and the other ones is like the universal ones that they're going to they have like a plastic tail that goes into the barrel, and then you try to center it that way. This one's completely different. So this is actually has a magnet on here, which you would use to stick onto a barrel. And since every firearms barrel right now, that as far as I know of, is going to be steel, this will have no problem attaching to it. Then just press the button and you have a red dot on the laser. So this is available both in red and in green. If you are shooting primarily outdoors, I do recommend getting the green laser, as those are going to be a little bit easier to see, and especially if you have any color blindness. A lot of people are going to be tougher for them to see red rather than green, although there are some people I believe they can't see green but could see red. So if you're primarily shooting outdoors, take a look at the green one. The green lasers, they are more powerful and they do cost a little bit more money as well. The red dot, the laser, is going to come with a battery. I already put it in here since we're using it, and looks like a little mini cell, ER14250. But this one should last you for quite a long time, especially since you're not going to be running with it all the time. Now, some of the comments that I've seen, particularly as it relates to this red dot, is that number one is they go out and they can't see the dot. You should be able to see the red one probably out to about 25 yards or so. If you're going to try to zero in for beyond that, you do want to consider getting the green one, especially if you're shooting outdoors and you have the sun going right into the target. Some things you can kind of do about it is, number one is going to be use reflective targets, or something that's going to be almost like glossy. The other thing you can actually do is put like another piece of paper over the top so that it's not sunny and you're going to have a little bit of shade, so it'll be easier for you to see the dot. Number two is you can obviously go and try to zero your firearm at a public indoor range or even inside, just obviously have no ammo in it. And number two, the second common question or complaint that people had about these was, well, it wasn't accurate. Well, it's not supposed to be. So this is kind of where it gets into the whole philosophy behind it, but there's not one laser laser bore sighter that I've seen that is going to be accurate. The entire principle about these is this is just there to get you onto paper. That's where people waste the most amount of ammo trying to put the they put a rifle, they put a scope on their firearm, and then they can't, like, they're trying to see, just trying to get it on paper. This, almost no matter how you put it on, is going to be able to get you on paper at 25 yards. At that point, you can go out to 100 or whatever distance that you want to zero it in, and then shoot it with your ammo. It'll be on paper at that distance. You will need to make those final dial-ins because ammo changes as the crowns change on the rifle. So as the bullet exits the rifle, that's gonna put a little bit of a different spin on it. There's a lot of variables that go into it, especially if you're breaking in a firearm. Then obviously the point of impact is going to shift anyway. So this is literally designed to get you on paper at 25 yards or so, so then you can take it out to 50, 100, or whatever distance you want to zero it in. So if those are your expectations, you should not be disappointed. But if you think that you're going to be able to put this on and then you're going to be 100% sighted in, you're dead wrong, because there will be other variables that go into place, and anyone who is a more experienced gun owner will be able to tell. Otherwise, for what it is, it's a very, very solid value. I do like the fact that there's nothing that's being stuck into the muzzle itself. There is a pretty nice magnet on here. It does come with this little sticker. I do suggest that you keep it so you don't have any magnet to barrel and you're not going to damage the crown or anything else like that. If you're using it with a muzzle brake, this will attach right onto the muzzle brake as long as the muzzle brake possibly is not aluminum. But if it's a steel muzzle brake, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever with it. So that is the laser bore sighter by MidTen. Very, very solid value, whether you're getting the red or the green.